Welcome to the Brand New Water Podcast, ladies and gentlemen, lovers and haters. Come on in. The water is at a great temperature. I'm happy. If you are hearing this podcast, I am ecstatic. We are popping, and I don't mean that in a braggadocious way. I mean that in a thank y'all for listening. Shout out to the fans in France. Shout out to the fans in Japan. I appreciate all this worldwide water. And shout out to Bears fans. Got a really good vid on the TikTok. I feel like it's relatable. I feel like Bears fans really understood where I was coming from, and there's so many of us. And so, yeah, I understood why that video did what that video did. Shout out our Bears, though. We got ourselves a W, ladies and gentlemen, a rare W for my Chicago Bears. And I just want to say thank goodness it was against those Cowboys. I know you guys were just waiting to unload. This is the quietest I've ever seen Cowboys fans. Like, thank goodness. And I have nothing against the Dallas Cowboys. Just your fans can get really chippy, and when you lose to the boys, it does suck. Nevertheless, irregardless, we're gonna get into this music that came this weekend. This was a great music weekend. And to the people like me, my best friend Noah, that stay up till midnight for new releases, when we get an album like Cardi B's Am I the Drama, it is so worth it. Yes, I work a day job. Yes, I might be a little groggy, might have to hit the Red Bull real early, but it's worth it when we get an album like Am I the Drama by Cardi B. Yes, I'll get it out very early. This album is an 8 out of 10 to me. And over here at Brand New Water Podcast, that's a rolling ball. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's a rolling boil. Great sophomore album. I just don't see where your complaints is. She literally gave you everything you need. She gave you a little bit of everything. And I think that's why we need to give Cardi B her flowers, because even her last album, this is consistency. You want consistency? This woman has been giving you a little bit of everything, consistently giving you a full plate of everything. And it's like, wow, worth the wait. Yes, in the same breath, wish it would have came earlier. Obviously, I'm a Cardi B fan. Can remember the first time I seen Cardi B live was Skeptical, another Made in America story. I went to Made in America my first years when Jay-Z headlined in Philadelphia, and DMX, rest in peace to the dog, was on the bill. It was DMX. And so I guess he got arrested or something, and they replaced him with Cardi B. And so at the festival, it was very early. This is Bodak Yellow days. It's very early. Francis and the Lights performs before. They have a set before her. Oh, magical. Friends is such an underrated song. That's how I know this music stuff's broken, because that song should have been number one. Nevertheless, irregardless, Francis in the Light performs. People leave after him. Me and my group, we push forward. So now, ladies and gentlemen, I am on the railing for Cardi B. And I'm not there for her, so it's whatever. But boy, oh boy, was I entertained. And ever since then, I've been a Cardi B fan. And that's how it's supposed to happen, ladies and gentlemen. That's the beauty of festivals. You go to a festival. I literally went to that festival to painfully wait to see Solange and Jay-Z. That was it. No one else mattered. Left a Cardi B fan. A Cardi B fan. She entertained the entire set. Beautiful. Nevertheless, irregardless, the highlights on this album for me were Magnet, What's Going On. I heard a lot of bad things about that, but listen, man, you guys just don't get how talented of a human being that Lizzo is. And I feel like you're just not gonna get it. You're just gonna focus on this woman's weight and what her body looks like. You're not going to, like, Lizzo can do everything. Literally everything, including cover ballads. That is a classic song. I love a good spin. Ladies and gentlemen, I love a good spin. You get in that water, it spins around. I love a good spin. And that's what they did with that sample. Like, it's another spin on that. It's beautiful. In other news, because I don't want to make this whole pod about Cardi B, Jay Electronica dropped album after album after album. And listen, you are not going to get me to say anything bad about Jay Electronica. I am going to say the complete opposite. I am going to pose the question, ladies and gentlemen, now that we have solo Jay Electronica albums, because he's in the same realm as your Andre 3000s, your Nasir Jones, your Black Thoughts, your Jay-Z's, if you will. He's in that same water. Yeah. He's in that. Yeah. And so now that we have a legit solo album, is it safe to put Jay Electronica in our top fives, where he always belonged? In my humblest opinion, he always belonged in our top fives. Off Exhibit C alone, he belonged in our top fives. But now, and I had a whole argument with a dear friend of mine about that last album was with Hove. He don't have a solo album, this, that, and the third. Because if you gonna count that, you gotta count 3 Stacks album, blah, blah. Well, now we got a solo album, and I don't care. He could have named 17 songs, Z, and I still would have tuned in. He's not the first artist to name his songs very wild stuff. I remember when Kendrick gave us Untitled. I remember when Childish Gambino gave us that album with the very weird names. It happens. It's art. It's art. And ladies and gentlemen, he gave us, the way Jay Electronica puts words together is like, how is he coming up with these words? And the way he breaks down syllables is just so majestic. It's good water, ladies and gentlemen. It's not just because of the Muslim connection. I genuinely love Jay Electronica's music. The way he just flows. It's like, what is he going to say next? And a lot of people were upset. They said it was a lot more movie clips and like teachings, but that's fine. That's fine. Like, if you're a real fan like I am, that's fine. We now have a solo Jay Electronica album, and I will safely place him in my top 5. I won't rush into things and pick an order. I won't do that. But just know, Jay Electronica, Jay Elect Hanukkah, Jay Elect Yarmulke, Jay Elect Tramadan Muhammad Salamika is officially in my top 5 where he belongs. Moving on, moving forward. In more Lizzo news, she just went on Drink Champs and talked about sampling. And on the Brand New Water podcast, we have a segment called This Is My Plea, and this is my plea to the music industry. Let us get a pass on this sampling. It's gotta be a way where we can, and this is me, Jam Wilson, the producer, speaking. It's gotta be a way where we can sample and it not be like life or death, or like a long court battle, or like blocked. It's silly. You made the song. Let us do what we want with it now. It's there. It's there. You're making your money off of it. You're probably making more money than you can spend. It's there. People should be able to sample. Okay, take the money aspect of it. It should be a system to where I should be able to sample your song and safely put it out, put my version out to the world. It's art. It's music. That's hip hop. But it's bigger than hip hop. It's music. It's art. And I think once you start playing with the dollars, the cents, it becomes bad water. It becomes bad water. Even back to what's his name that sampled that Beatles song? The Vanilla Ice. Like, come on. Why was that such a bad thing? Like, it was a good song. And then he could have been like Asher Roth levels of big had that not derailed his whole career. And it's really not fair. Kanye West had a song, Bittersweet Poetry, that was beautiful. Would have been on Graduation. As you can see, I love the album Graduation. Would have been on Graduation. Probably would have done so much for music in terms of singing over samples, a remix of a sample, having a pop star over a soul sample. He had John Mayer on that song, ladies and gentlemen, but due to copyright infringement and samples, just never got cleared. YouTube it if you haven't heard it. It's beautiful. Nevertheless, irregardless, yes, we have to, I agree with Lizzo 100%. We have to make this to where it's not life or death. It shouldn't even be a money thing. You're making your money. Yeah, it's not right. Ladies and gentlemen, as y'all saw by my last pod, that's doing really great. Thanks for listening. I like award shows. I'm a big award show guy. And the Grammy window just closed. So we got a stacked rap category, and I will just keep it to the category that I'm most comfortable with, that I feel like I'm most knowledgeable about. That rap album of the year category is as stacked as I can remember it. I think the last time the category was stacked like this was the year Macklemore stole that Grammy from, and I'm gonna be honest, a lot of people said he should have apologized and it should have went to Kendrick Lamar. That wasn't my sentiment at the time. He should have sent that apology text to Kanye West, because Yeezus was the most important project album of that, definitely of that year, definitely of that Grammy period, definitely the most impactful, definitely the most innovative, And I just feel like if the Grammy board was trying to throw a curve, because you knew what you were doing throwing a curve, why not give it to Yeezus? That was brand new. The marketing, it had hits. Yeah, it wasn't a rookie album. I get it. Maybe you don't want to give it to, I mean, even though you did give it to Macklemore and that was his rookie album. But nevertheless, irregardless, you had Macklemore's album in that. You had Good Kid, Mad City. You had Yeezus. You had Magna Carta, Holy Grail. Sorry if I'm forgetting any others, but this next year's Grammys is gonna be stacked just like that. You're gonna have Kendrick Lamar's GNX for sure is getting a nomination. You're gonna have Let God Sort 'Em Out, Clips. You're gonna have, hopefully, Tyler the Creator's Chromacopia. And you're probably going to have a couple more sprinkled in, but we're going to focus on those three because I feel like it only comes down to those three. And I, for the first time, feel bad for the Grammys because that is a hard pick. Because I have reasons why each album deserves Rap Album of the Year. The Clips album rollout was just so beautiful. They performed at the Vatican. It's like, come on. But that Chromacopia, he dropped that album out of nowhere, and that rollout was amazing. Tyler, the Creator, is my daughter's favorite rapper, thank God. He's just so creative. He's so good at this music thing. And then there's Kendrick Lamar. That GNX album came out of nowhere. That was the hottest album of last year. Hottest album of the beginning of the year. It had number ones. Luther, it got Super Bowl time. So that is a tough one, Grammy board. But what you better not do is give it to somebody dumb. Because I know you're going to have to give, somebody underground, somebody unknown. You got to throw them in the category, and I respect that. I hope to be that guy one day. But don't screw this up. Do not screw this up, okay? As far as albums of the year, not just rap album, but album of the year, Bon Iver dropped a classic. I mean, that was amazing to me, as it always is. But I wouldn't be surprised if Clips won actual album of the year. The way Malice was rapping was majestic. He didn't lose a step. It's like when you find out somebody you're racing, you think you lapped them, but really they lapped you. It's like that's what it was. Beautiful music. So I don't know. I hope that the Grammys don't get it wrong. I hope, because when they didn't give Yeezus that Grammy,
donkey brained.
Very donkey brained decision. Did you not hear Bound 2? I just want to know, did you not hear Hold My Liquor? I'm just saying, New Slaves, I'm just saying. But nevertheless, irregardless, short episode, ladies and gentlemen, slow news week. But stay hydrated, keep God in your life. And as always, thanks for watching.
Brand new.